press. Yes, she did it. She did it. We got it. Okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Bye. There you go. It's that arrow. Good job. Okay, we are ready to roll.
You did not need me for an intro tonight.
No, but it would not be a game without technical difficulties with Suzanne. Now you completely cut me off.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Well, that was intentional. I feel like we're a little bit hot.
Coming in hot.
Try these a little bit right
this
here.
is what we need to turn down.
Don't these adjust it?
These are the hot. There we go.
Those are the hot buttons.
Yeah. Okay, how do I sound to you?
I'm going to turn this up here.
Okay. All right, so we will get you here the starting lineups. Again, for Yutan, number 10, Holly Kubi, a sophomore. Number 20, Lacey Joseph, a junior. Number 24, Ellie Lloyd, a sophomore. Number 30, Shay Campbell, a junior. And number 32, Mara, sorry about that, Dakota, a 5'10 sophomore. And for your hometown, the Ashland-Greenwood Blue Jays, we have number 2, a senior, Danielle Tonjes. Number 10, a sophomore, Paige Comstock. I got to see, we've changed our lineup here.
Yeah, so we did.
You've
got Presley Harms in there.
Thank you. Number 11, 23, or number 23, a sophomore, Presley Harms.
And then you've also got Grell.
And Jonah Grell is number 11, a junior. And then I'm missing one. And then number 22, a sophomore, Olivia Pike. So here we go. The Yutan Chieftains coming tonight into the birdcage dressed in their black uniforms trimmed in red, and your hometown Blue Jays dressed in the white uniforms trimmed in blue. And Comstock drives right to the bucket, right-hand layup, ties it up 2-2.
It's kind of like she dribbled, and all of a sudden the tide parted, and she just had a huge hole right to the hoop.
And at the top of the key, Yutan Chieftains working the ball around. Joseph with it, left-hand dribble. And almost tied up. Into the corner, looks to drive baseline. Top of the key, looks to drive Dakota. Dakota, left-hand layup off the glass, 4-2. And the Chieftains pick up the Blue Jays full court pressure. Tonjes with the basketball.
Yeah, they're really coming out pretty far pressing us, even once we get across the center line.
Tonjes looks to cross the timeline, but she gets it up ahead to Comstock and a wide open
pass.
Presley Harms. How about the Blue Jays breaking that press?
Great pass.
And makes it 4-4 with 2 minutes that ticked by in the first quarter. Bringing it up is Kubi for the Chieftains. Dakota with the basketball. And Dakota dragged her foot a little bit. So it'll be a turnover for the Chieftains. Checking in for the Blue Jays is sophomore, number 15, Emma Keith. And also checking in for the Chieftains, number 12, Hayes, and number 22, Krejci. And Grell to inbounds in front of the Blue Jay bench. Gets it to Comstock. Comstock dribbles across the timeline for the Blue Jays. Get it into Pike, turnaround jumper. Rebound brought down by the Chieftains. Joseph, Kubi to bring it up. She gets it up the court quickly. Swings it around, Lloyd. Now back in the hands of Hayes. Yutan's quick ball moving around the perimeter. They get it inside.
Nice defense on the Jays.
Baseline three-pointer. Short.
They did a great job of not letting that girl underneath have an easy layup.
Grell goes coast to coast off the glass with the layup.
Oh, Keith almost got a hold of that.
Rebound comes down to the Chieftains. Kubi with the basketball.
And a palming call. I judging by the look on her face, she did not expect that.
No, I had no idea. I actually thought maybe a player was hurt.
Well, when I was just happened to watch him when he blew this whistle, and apparently my guess is that she does it all the time, and it just depends on the official and how they call it.
Interesting. Comstock drives in lane and hits the bucket. And she's fouled by Krejci.
going for an old-fashioned three-point.
And I've called Heidi by a couple names, Krejci and Krejcik, and so I will ask one of the UTAN fans here to get that corrected. I apologize. As Lauren Gertis, 24, is checked in for the Blue Jays. Oh. 7-4, Blue Jays in the lead. It is just quarter one. We are not in overtime, but we'll work to get that fixed. We had a lot of technical difficulties here at the beginning, so we had a lot going on. I was asking a lot of the kids here at the beginning to help us out, so we'll get that corrected.
And I got the pronunciation. It's Krejcik.
Krejcik, thank you. Way to go.
Well, I just happen to have a UTAN fan sitting like 2 feet away from me, so.
And driving into the lane and puts up a shot is Hayes.
Nice rebound by Olivia Pike on that one.
Comstock with the basketball. Left hand.
Oh, got it. Oh, she should have got going, I think.
And now Tonja's top of the key. Keith with it. Left hand dribble in the lane. Puts up a jumper. Rolls around. No good. Comes down into the hands of Lloyd. Lloyd gets it up ahead. And they'll get it back to Kubi, the point guard. Kubi. Then over to Dakota. Back. Top of the key. Now over to Dakota. Dakota left hand dribble. She finds in the corner. That says the 20 for Lloyd. Krejcik.
I have Lloyd as 22.
No, that's Krejcik. It's 22.
No, I'm sorry, but 24.
Yeah. Oh, lots of stuff. Hannah Keith. So all on the floor for the Chieftains right now is Lacey Joseph and Campbell. His ponytails don't really help.
Well, and they all have about the same color hair.
And Hayes. And Dakota. And there's one more in here once they all kind of spread out a little bit. And Kirkman, I believe. It'll be Chieftain basketball. Definitely trying to run a play here. Hayes with the basketball, almost dribbles it off her foot. Top of the key, looking to reset. Over in the corner to Dakota. Dakota, top of the key to Hayes. Hayes quickly over to Joseph. Lacey Joseph, that is. Ooh. Almost a foul there.
Yeah.
Probably was a foul.
Since both of our reaction probably was.
Hayes. Dakota over in the corner. They get it inside.
Oh, nice give and go, but
Hayes.
A little bit of a wild pass there.
Knocked out of the hands by Gertis, but it'll go out of bounds, so it'll still remain Chieftain basketball.
Right now, the Jays' defense is really being disruptive.
2.5 minutes to go. 7-4 Blue Jays. As Pike. And I don't even know. There's so much going on right now.
Well, there's been a lot of subbing so far in this first quarter.
It really has. And I've decided that I must have a blind spot to red numbers on black uniforms that are really a struggle for me to read. Off the glass shot goes up
nice
by
rebound.
Dakota.
Oh,
the rebound comes down to the Chieftains.
Oh, he called a charge.
And Lacey Joseph puts off the shot, but they're going to call her for a charge.
Must have been must have led with her arm just a little bit too much on that one for him to call a charge. So that's exactly what he's telling the coach, that she led with her elbow.
So Blue Jays will inbound into the Chieftain basket. Again, Chieftains picking him up full court. Comstock
nice.
hits a Pike way up at the top. Nice. And Pike will go in for the layup. Makes it 9-4. And now the Chieftains look to run. Presley Harms with a block shot.
No, actually the backboard blocked it.
She got it.
Oh, did she get a piece of it?
Did.
Okay.
Comstock with the basketball. Hands it off to Pike. Whoa!
That was a little bit. Oh, nice pass.
Nice go up to Grell.
Nice.
And Grell is fouled in the lane. I don't know about you, but I think I'm ready for halftime.
Okay, how about end of first quarter?
Okay, that too. I am either A, really glad we don't have ads, or B, really glad that you would be reading them. One or the other.
Instead, I'm just going to sit back and relax and let you talk.
We're going to have complete Silence.
People out listening might enjoy that, actually.
I'm sure they probably would.
But they can always have silence anytime they want.
That's
so
true.
They
probably
really
really enjoyed the first part of the game when we had no talking
Dang.
again.
They're not on. What a surprise. And we'll just not worry.
Technical difficulties for Suzanne and Kendra? No.
Oh, no, that can't be.
Grell's first free throw attempt was good. Second one, no good. Makes it, wasn't it already 10-4?
What?
I thought we already had 10, so I thought it was 11-4. But okay, 10-4. Minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Chieftain basketball. Ooh. Quickly hands it off to Campbell. Over in the corner to Kubi. Skip pass. Oh, man, skip pass. Nice hustle from Lacey Joseph as she tries to save the basketball from going out of bounds at the scores table, but it's another turnover.
Okay, who made the last free throw?
It was Grell. She hit one of her two.
Okay.
So 10-14, 1:18 to go. Comstock inbounds to Grell. Grell with the basketball. Being again guarded closely by this man-to-man defense from the Chieftains. Comstock.
It's pretty pesty.
And nice.
Oh, nice
cut
pass.
From Tonjes in the lane.
I think the old
from Comstock.
Screening is starting to pay off a little bit.
Kubi with the basketball.
I'm sorry, I'm sleeping.
Kicks
Was
it
that
out to
Comstock?
Campbell. Yes.
Thank you.
Over to Lewis. Top of the key, back to Kubi. Boyd. Kubi again. On the baseline. They hit skip pass. And the Chieftains move the ball so fast. Top of the key to Campbell. Campbell puts up a jumper at the free throw, but no good. Rebound comes down to Harms. Harms gets it into the hands of Comstock. Comstock's looking to go coast to coast. Nice drive. She drives and then dishes off to Pike, and then Pike is fouled in the lane. So Pike will go to line to shoot two.
I kind of like how she kind of brought it down just enough to when as I take it up, either they're going to let me have the shot or they're going to foul me.
So that's Lacey Joseph's second foul.
Oh, I haven't even kept track of fouls. It's kind of irrelevant. I'm just like, I am not with it today.
What are you keeping track of?
I'm trying to keep track of points, and as many times as I've asked you, you're probably like,
hey, I'm on it. I've been giving them to you.
You have.
I didn't say they were right. I'm just making people's names up. Pike's first free throw, no good.
Definitely asleep at the wheel tonight. Oh, did you notice how many people were parked out here tonight?
No,
in the illegal spots?
Oh.
I just want to know if they're going to get the treatment we got.
Second free throw for Pike is good. Makes it 13-4.
I wanted to say,
Kubi brings it down for the basketball. Cheapers for the Chieftains. Kubi in the corner. Puts up a three-pointer. Looking good. Absolutely. Nails it. Hey, good try by the softball player, Hannah Keith, to launch it half court anyway. So at the quarter, the Blue Jays lead over the Yutan Chieftains 13-7. Now you can give some of your pregame stuff because they didn't hear it.
Well, as I was saying earlier, that the Yutan is coming in here at 9-5. They are down in C2, but if you look at their schedule, plus they're playing in our conference, they play a lot of Class B schools. They have beat Arlington, Logan-Juice, Fort Calhoun, Conestoga, Concordia, which is a pretty big win, Concordia.
You gotta remind me of
Brownell, Talbot, Meade, DC West, and Platteview, who Platteview is Class B. So they're coming in with a pretty salty record and schedule too. And Blue Jays are coming at 5-7, beating Arlington, Louisville, Nebraska City, Roncalli, Fort Calhoun. So I really, really, really was sad that we didn't get to play our game on Friday because I think that might have helped us a little bit because PowerPoints were a little tight and they seeded conference, and we came in as a 5 seed. Had we been able to play and get that win, I think we would have moved up because I was looking. I think I erased it all when I knew I had it wrong. I was looking at somebody. We were like less than a point away from the next person above us.
Yeah.
So that would have been really nice, but it was not good weather to be out with a school bus.
Oh, exactly. Good choice, and I'm sure they'll make that up. So it'll be Blue Jays basketball. Tonjes launches a three, no good. Rebound comes down to Chieftains. And running up ahead with it is Dakota.
And that's going to be on
Nice
Harms.
job by Dakota to run the floor there, and she's going to be fouled, so she'll go to the line to shoot 2. And again, we got nothing done at the introduction, but we do want to welcome our fans from Yutan, and hopefully we're getting these names right, and we'll work to do our best here to give your girls the credit too. And so we welcome our fans from Yutan. So first free throw up for Dakota is good. Gives the Chieftains 8.
Yeah, Dakota is their leading scorer.
And she averages.
Oh, I don't know all
Second free throw is good.
I just saw they just gave how many points she scored. Let me see.
She shoots free throws well.
Oh, she does. Well, she's got like 87 total points. Let me see.
Foul is committed in the backcourt on number 24, Ellie Lloyd, but good sportsmanship by the Chieftains to help Comstock up there. So again, Comstock bringing up the basketball for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, these stats are like 0.
And a nice cut. Mark, on one of those papers, Mark, the one thing Mark did have was their averages and points on it. It's got green on it right there. There you go. That's the only thing.
Oh, games. So she's 9.6, almost 10 points a game.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Offensive foul called on Pike, and it's her second foul. You do not see that much from Pike. Pike often will be in the fourth quarter before she commits her first foul. So this is out of character for her. As we worried about this cord, and I just about pulled the laptop off.
It's something's got to change here on that.
Hey, we didn't lose connection. That's one thing. We didn't. At least I didn't pull the cord out, and we lost everything. That's a positive, right? It's all about looking at the positive. 13-9, Blue Jays still in the lead. Nice shot from Jade Lewis, but just a freshman. Oh, I know who that is. That's the younger sister of the Lewis boys that play on the Platte Valley baseball team here. So Jade Grell being double teamed here, but they are gonna call a hold. And the foul is gonna go on, looks like 24, Lloyd. It's her second foul. She just picked up her first foul right at the beginning of the second quarter. So Grell crosses the timeline. She looks to drive the lane, a little out of control there. As it's stolen away by the Chieftains as Kubi goes to the basket, right-hand layup off the glass. And just like that, the Yutan Chieftains take the lead for the first time, makes it 14-13. Whoa! And then the Blue Jays have a turnover. So Coach Dave Hubert takes a great timeout to kind of
because Utah now has gone on a 7-0 run, and they need to stop the bleeding pretty bad.
Yeah. So again, Chieftains now in the lead, 14-13 over the Blue Jays with 6.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Wow, we have Lee Sapp in the house tonight. He must not have, you didn't even know that, did you?
Oh, I knew he was coming. I don't even see where he's at.
Right here, in front of us.
Oh, I was looking across the way.
Oh, he must have realized that there was no supper, so he thought maybe
he's used to that. I had cooked over the weekend, and I'm like going, this and this does not go to the dealership for lunch. He goes, why? I said, because I have a busy week. I'm done cooking, honey.
Well, you know, you had a busy weekend with a Christmas and a pretty darn cute granddaughter making faces, I think.
She's hilarious. I had a prime rib. I'm going to do it on my grill. Get the meat out 3 days in advance, get it thawed, realize an hour before putting it on, I pulled the wrong meat out. It was a butt roast. I'm going, I think people are going to notice the difference between a prime rib roast and a butt roast.
You know, at our house, they wouldn't care because if it was cooking, they'll eat it. So nice pass up ahead and nice layup from Presley Harms. With the Blue Jays now back in the lead, 15-14. Kubi with the basketball. She passes off to Krychek. Back to Kubi. Kubi over to Lewis. Lewis looking around, passes over to Dakota in the corner. Dakota, top of the key to Hayes. Kubi, Dakota. Kubi dribbles out of the lane. Left hand.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Left hand runner. Nice shot by Kubi. Kubi, just a sophomore. Emma Keith with the basketball. Emma Keith crosses the timeline for the Blue Jays. And
she dribbled that one
nope.
a little too far in front of her and exposed the ball.
Stolen away by Lewis. Kubi with the basketball. Whoa. Hits in the corner, hits Hayes. Hayes with the shot, no good. Rebounded by Gertis. Comstock, 5 minutes to go. Comstock gets it to Emma Keith. Emma Keith looks to drive. She's in the lane. She hits a wide open Tonjas. Okay, that's a lie. She was not wide open. You're probably like, what are you watching?
She was wide open for a second.
Chieftain basketball. Lewis puts up a three-pointer. It's short. Rebound to Gertis again.
Nice rebound by Gertis.
And up ahead is Percy Harms. Blue Jays looking to run.
I'm getting tired just watching this. They are up and down the court like it's a race.
Comstock three-point attempt. No good. Rebound comes down to Dakota. And Kubi gets the basketball. Whew. 4 minutes.
There's not a whole lot of offense setting up in that on this so far. That's why everybody's running their subs in and out and keeping Kendra on her toes because, boy, they're changing.
Coach Clay Carlton took a timeout so that the broadcaster could get a break because it's exhausting. You know, we do need like media timeouts.
That we don't have to say anything.
Yeah, I just think we need to radio down to the scores table to Mr. Richards and just, they need to just buzz the timer, buzz the scoreboard, and just be like media timeout.
Yep.
We're gonna incorporate that starting now.
Good luck.
Well, look who's in the house.
Tim Washburn.
In
the flesh.
BBN.
Looks like he is all ready to roll for the boys' game.
Well, he's got to get himself psyched up because, when you have to follow and act like us, you got to start taking notes. You got to start writing up everything you need to say. So
will he go silent for the first minute of the game, or does he just go on right away?
Well, yeah, I mean, we got to do something to follow that act. What are you going to do to make it better? So 15-16, Blue Jays trailing by 1 with 4 minutes and 14 seconds to go until halftime. Kubi will bring it up again for the Chieftains. She passes over to Joseph. Joseph, top of the key, left-hand dribble. They hit Kubi down in the corner. Whoa, Kubi.
Oh, she almost kept it from over
her
back.
Joseph gets it back. Kubi puts up a three-pointer.
Wow.
Super. So I'd like to know what their three-point percentage is, but we don't have that.
No, we don't.
Normally we do. But we left that at home with the introduction. When we
no, there was nothing at home. There was nothing online is the problem.
We usually get stuff off the
Another turnover by the Jays. She walked.
So then a turnover from the Chieftains. But it's 15-19 with 3.5 minutes to go. So Comstock checking back in.
Grell checking in.
And Grell, thank you. And Comstock will inbound again. Chieftains picking up in that tough full court pressure. Comstock looking around, gets it into Emma Keith. And she gets it back to Comstock.
Good choice. Clear the court, let her go.
Does give it back to Keith. And Keith is.
Oh no, another turnover.
Wow, Kubi, nice defense. Kubi on her knees. She gets it back into the hands. Wow. They get a shot put up and then get the rebound, put another shot up, and then not on the shot? Okay. Chieftains were fouled by, that's going to be Olivia Pike's third foul.
That's key there. That hurts a lot.
They're not on the shot, they're going to say, so it'll be Chieftains basketball underneath their basket.
Well, there really couldn't be a shot because she was behind the backboard.
It looks like they were pushing those, so. Quick pass into Lloyd. Lloyd puts up a shot. Rebound comes down to the Blue Jays. Comstock crosses the timeline for the Blue Jays. Comstock, nice pass into Gertis. Gertis tries to get it to Harms, but it's just stolen away by the Chieftains.
Well, we've had a lot of turnovers here lately. We need to start taking care of the ball.
That one was just kind of an extra pass. So
well, we're trying to force it down inside again.
Kubi gets it off to Dakota. Dakota is at the top of the key. She finds Joseph off to her left. Joseph looks to drive, gets it to Kubi. Kubi looks to drive in the lane, kicks it back to Joseph. Down on the baseline to Lloyd. Lloyd drives the baseline.
I thought she traveled.
We bailed her out.
Yeah, she had nowhere to go.
No, she didn't. We bailed her out with a foul. And that foul was, I believe, on Emma Keith. Checking in is Hussein and Tonjes. 2.5 minutes to go. 15-19. Blue Jays trailing by 4. Kubi, the inbound for the Chieftains. And she finds Joseph. And the rebound comes down to the Chieftains, and they're going to call a foul then on Jenna Grell. Her second. She was putting a shot up? Oh, no, one-on-one.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, she wasn't shooting. So one-on-one here for Lloyd. Rolls around the rim. Hits the first one. And Lewis and Keith checking in.
Yeah, this is Yutan's biggest lead here of 5.
And Lloyd's second free throw attempt. Rolls in and out.
Nice rebound.
Rebound by Harms. She gets it up ahead to Tonjes. Tonjes, tries to force it inside to Harms. Oh, my. It's thrown away. Kubi brings it up. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And then they turn it over.
Yeah, we kind of needed that, I hate to say. Because we have not been taking care of the ball at all.
No. So Blue Jays take over after the turnover. So Comstock will inbound on the sideline there. So Tonjes with the basketball. Passes to Comstock. Comstock back to Tonjes. Tonjes looks to drive baseline.
Oh, nice pass. Wow.
Right around the defenders and right into the hands of Gertis.
That is literally threading the needle.
That was awesome. 17-20. Blue Jays still trailing by 3. The birdcage, yelling defense. And the baseline driver. The rebound comes down to the Chieftains. Another shot goes up. Rebound comes down to Emma Keith. Minute and a half to go, but a foul by Lewis should put the Blue Jays now in bonus, and it does. So Emma Keith will go to the line to shoot 1-on-1. So Hannah Keith checked in for the Blue Jays. Emma's free throw too hard. Lewis comes down with a rebound. Kubi to bring it up again for the Chieftains. We'll see what they do here to head into halftime. Again, Chieftains just up by 3. Dakota. Kubi, top of the key. Kubi puts up a 3-pointer. No good, too hard. Lewis comes down with a rebound, though.
Yeah, those are tough because they bounce out so far.
In the lane, Campbell, she kicks it out to Dakota. Dakota looks to drive.
And block.
They're going to call a blocking foul on Gertis. Puts Dakota at the line to shoot 2.
That's Gertis' second.
Dakota's free throw is too hard. Tonjes checking it in for the Blue Jays, and Hayes checking in for the Chieftains. Dakota's second free throw attempt. Is good. And we're going to see Jocelyn Sargent, the freshman, in for the Blue Jays. She doesn't get in this early for some varsity. This is good to see. Comstock. She's extremely fast. So Comstock crosses the timeline, gives it up to Keith. And it'll be knocked out of bounds by Lewis, but so still Blue Jay basketball. 17-21, 38 seconds to go before the half. And down to Comstock, to Tonjes. Tonjes down the corner to Johnson. Keith in the lane, and Keith is fouled. So Keith will go to line to shoot 2. And the foul is on number 12, Hayes, her second. And Keith's first free throw is good. And Hannah Keith is checked in.
Oh, nice shot.
And the second free throw is good.
Closes the gap a little bit before halftime here. What are you looking for?
Try to get that to Mark.
To what?
The headset.
Oh.
So 18 seconds, 19-21. Kubi with the basketball gets it to Dakota. 10 seconds. Dakota still with the basketball. Looking to drive is Hayes. Hayes off the glass, and that'll be it. So at the halftime, the Chieftains lead 23-19 over the Blue Jays. And stay tuned as we will have your halftime stats from Mark Adell.
I have a feeling these stats are going to tell us that the Blue Jays have turned the ball over just a little bit too much, because it's been a very, very fast-paced game, and I think sometimes it got to be a little bit too fast, and the Jays got a little bit sloppy, and also they were probably pushing stuff inside more than they needed to.
Yeah, I would agree. And yeah, it started off really good, but then, like you said, then there just happened to be a gap of a lot of turnovers right away, and it kind of just
it just went south real fast. It kind of got, like I said, it just got really sloppy.
So again, we will, when Mark is ready, we'll get him mic'd up for the stats, and we'll see. Just a reminder that after this will be the boys game between, obviously, the Yutan Chieftains and your very own Ashland-Greenwood Blue Jays, which will be another exciting game. So I got Melissa Cool, one of our speech champions, sitting beside us. We should have her on the mic. She's winning all these speech meets. Clearly, she is
That's true. She's been like a rock star.
Yeah. She said she doesn't know anything about sports, so that's all right. You can talk to us about anything. So, and we will pause here too, so you can see on the camera and watch the dance team, which I think they're probably going to do their hip hop. I think I saw them this weekend that this was a routine that they did to hip hop. This looks pretty hip hoppy if you ask me. Does it have me? No? This is having me. Wow, great job by your Ashland-Greenwood dance squad. And I'll pause so you can hear who was all on there.
Sophomores, Olivia Craig, Capri Yabolsky, and Addison Scott. Your junior, Lillian Shane. And your senior, Anna Rizzo. And your captains, Brooklyn Burke and Alexis Hofer.
All right, right there. Right there. All right, here's your halftime stats from Mark Adell.
Well, okay. Believe it or not, we're shooting 54% from the field, 7 of 13. But we have not gotten as many attempts as they have. They're 8 of 24 for 33%. From 3, we've only attempted 2, have not made them. They're 3 of 10. Haley Cube is 2 of 3 from 3 and 4 of 5 from the field. Free throws, we're 5 of 8. They're 4 of 6. Rebounds are even at 11 apiece. They've got 2 offensive. We don't have any offensive. So both teams doing a good job of checking out. Turnovers is where we've got to shore it up a little bit. We did the first part of the first quarter. We had turned them over, and we were not turning it over, but they turned up the heat on defense. For the half, we got 10 turnovers. They got 7, which is partly of the difference in shot attempts. So what we've got to do, take care of the ball, and when we get to the line, knock down some free throws.
Yeah.
It's another winnable game for us.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you, Mark, for those stats. We appreciate it. So you heard the stats, pretty even, which we have, obviously a pretty even game at 19-23. The Blue Jays just trailing by 4 at the half. We're switching over here, so we're just don't have to use it. Oh, okay, gotcha. So pretty even things going on here, which is kind of to be expected, I think. Blue Jays playing well. We actually had a little bit less turnovers than I actually thought. So I think it'll be an exciting half, and we'll see what the Blue Jays actually do and what they come up with for the second half. So stay tuned, folks, as we have, again, the exciting half coming up for you. And after this game, it'll be the Ashland-Greenwood Blue Jays boys versus the Yutan Chieftains. So stay tuned for that game, too, and we will bring you that action. So give me just a minute as we are going to switch some things out and see how much things we can screw up before we do that. So Tim Washburn is actually going to join me for the second half because I did so poorly. Yeah. No, you can be on. So do you want, yeah. I'm on two. Am I on two? So you're on one. So, folks, you are in for a treat. Woohoo! Ha-ha!
Well, Kendra, it's great to be here, but I got to be honest with you. I haven't done my homework here, so I'm going to jump on cold. Oh.
That's all right. We have cords everywhere, as you can see, so, don't move. Literally don't move. I almost unplugged the computer because look at this. See?
And I was sitting on one, wasn't I?
You were. And I have, see, the cords match my shoes.
Well,
so it's a little bit hard to decipher if it's my shoes, Tim, or if it's the cords.
Well,
so
I have to tell you.
Oh, you got your nephew
hey,
here.
Buddy. Yeah. Hey, bear with me for 1 second.
Oh, you're
here.
good. I got this. So, again, we got 2 minutes to go until the end of the half here. And, again, the Blue Jays just trailing by 4. pretty even stats to come up with, but I think, the Blue Jays need to kind of clean up maybe some of the turnovers. We did allow a lot of rebounds, both on the offensive side and the defensive side. So I think that's something that will help us going into the second half.
Well, Kendra, you've been amazing through all of this. As you guys know, I'm just going to jump in here and do a little substitute as Suzanne and I switch spots so she can head home. But, man, I'll tell you, one of the things that impresses me here, Kendra, and I'll get your thoughts because I know you've been into this full bore this first half, is, again, this Blue Jay squad came out against Yutan. Both teams are young, but that early lead for the Big Blue, and they are fearless, aren't they?
That's
Coming
right.
in this year under their new coach, and they're just a fearless squad, aren't they?
They do. It doesn't matter. I think with this group, it doesn't matter who they're facing. Yutan comes in tonight with a 9-5 record, and it doesn't matter to the Blue Jays. I think even when we face, Elkhorn North, who is number 1 in Class B and typically is beating teams by 40, and so the Blue Jays, they just don't quit. They don't care who they're playing. They just come to play, and so it's pretty exciting.
I love it, and I love the band tonight. We got a good crowd here on hand. When you get Yutan and Ashland-Greenwood together, it's always fun because I always tell people it's like we're first cousins, right? They're right down the road. We share the baseball program, and so there's just a little bit, when you know that the kids on, from those schools, there's just a little more out there to play for, isn't there?
That's exactly right. And I think you and I had maybe talked earlier, and you probably know with your boys playing baseball, you probably recognize a few more of these names, but I did recognize there's Lewis, so I assume that's a Lewis little sister, right?
That's right, Jade Lewis, a freshman, and she is the sister of Hayden Lewis, who, of course, got that University of Nebraska offer to go play baseball. He'll have one more year for Platte Valley, and Jade is a terrific athlete. And believe it or not now, Kendra, you're going to love this. She chose volleyball over softball, even though that is a baseball family.
Actually, I knew that because I watched her play this year, too, and she's one heck of a volleyball player. So, yeah. Well, smart girl.
You tell me what you want to do. You got play or you want me to do play?
You know what? They move the ball. Well, you got to do a whole boys game, so you tell me.
You just take it over because I'm just learning these names, and I'll jump in and help you with color. How's that sound?
Do you know how to do that?
No, I don't.
Okay, so then you do play-by-play,
right.
And if you get tired, then I'll take over. But yeah. So.
All right. Well, folks, the handoff has been given here to me as we start this third quarter. The Blue Jays are down 4, and it'll be Danielle Tonjes working off the right side, that man-to-man defense that you can see here on your screen. The Blue Jays working left to right on your screen and getting some good ball moving there as Tonjes will ball fake, bounce pass underneath, bucket Big Blue, and that is beautiful work.
We did that a couple times in the first half, and then I feel like the Chieftains adjusted well, and then we were trying to force it, but that worked extremely well.
So the Blue Jays cut it to 2, early third quarter of play in this nice Saunders County rivalry.
So many.
And here come the Chieftains the other way as we shuffle papers here, get me settled in here for this second half of play. And now here's a kick out down in the paint, left-handed shot at no good, and the rebound fought for it. It'll go the other way as Yutan will climb the back of one of the Blue Jays.
There you go. We got boys, we got girls, we got. There you go. Here's what you want.
Now I've got it.
Yeah.
I tell you, you're right. Suzanne brings a lot of paperwork, doesn't she? As we fight through it. Here comes Harms the other way. Lost it momentarily, and the ball goes off of a Yutan Chieftain. So it'll remain Blue Jay ball.
We have to keep a little bit of an eye on, again, we mentioned, Olivia Pike with 3 fouls, and normally she doesn't pick up a foul often until the fourth quarter. So we'll see if the Yutan Chieftains kind of take it to her.
So the Blue Jays on the inbounds, and that will be kicked out to Danielle Tonjes, who's done a terrific job shooting the tray this year. But Yutan, they have guarded her closely on the perimeter. Here's a bounce pass inside. Pike working through a double team. She'll kick it out. 3-ball up on the way. Bingo, Big Blue! And they regain the lead at 24-23.
And it has been a long time since the Blue Jays have actually had the lead, so that was huge.
Back the other way come the Chieftains, as they are going to work it around to the corner. And this is QB.
Yep, Kubi.
Kubi kicks it up to the top of the key. Pull-up jumper for the Chieftains, a little too hard. And there's Tonjes, loses the handle momentarily. She'll work it up the court. Big Blue trying to get an upset here tonight in this home conference game between Yutan and Ashland-Greenwood. back the other way they go. They're going to work it down to Pike. Nice bounce pass. It's going to be stolen away. Stolen back by the Big Blue, and the student body likes it. We got a student body in force tonight too, Kendra, don't we?
We do, and they are like cowboy-ish.
I think it's the cowboy theme tonight for the student body. Here's an entry pass in the paint to Harms. We got a whistle, and there's going to be a push from behind, and they're going to call. That's Lacey Joseph. I believe she is Danny Joseph's daughter. She's a junior, and they whistle her for a foul. Her third of the night.
I'm impressed if you know that, because there are a lot of the Josephs.
You know what there are, and I know
Kinda
Tommy
like a
Edwards.
lot of Washburns.
Yeah, there's Josephs, there's Washburns, there's Cravens. They're all over. I tell you, it's Tommy Edwards, who's the play-by-play voice up there at UTAN, who does an incredible job. He gave me some good info on these two teams, and now back the other way is Danielle Tonjes. She has it stripped away and stolen, but Tonjes gets it right back. Momentarily, that was Mara Dakota, and then Tonjes just loses the handle against a little bit of pressure there.
Now, do you understand why I told you that I wanted you to take play-by-play? It's been a little bit like this all night. So, but you're used to that, Paige. Like, boys are just like, I'm like, yeah, you take play-by-play. This is like, whew, it's been, I needed a media timeout.
Well, credit Krychek there with some good defense that created that turnover as she was bumping Tonjes up the court, and that's a good way to play some defense.
Wow.
As Kubi goes in and she's fouled, and she's going to go to the line to shoot one. And we've got a seesaw battle here, Suzanne, as now the Chieftains lead 25-24.
Well, okay, Dan. You just called me Suzanne.
I
so
did.
I'm going to call you Dan. So it's the Dan and Suzanne show, and neither one of them are here, but that's all right.
Oh, Kendra, I'm telling you, this is, I'm getting adjusted here as Kubi hits the free throw, gets the old-fashioned three-point play to give UTAN a 2-point lead.
Well, it's nothing like just throwing you in at halftime and being like, you were relaxing in the bleachers and chilling, and we're like, get up here.
Well, listen, I'm on call at all times, just
That's
like
right.
you guys are too, so I'm happy to help out. But here comes Paige Comstock against pressure. She's going to go all the way to the hole. Left-handed layup, no good, but she's fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot two to try to tie this thing back up.
You know, one thing I've liked about, Paige within the last few games, she's always been a great ball handler, great at passing the ball, but I've seen her be much more of an offensive threat the last few games, and that has done a great thing because it's just, now they've had to commit to her even more. So I love that.
And she hits that free throw. You're right. I was talking to her mom when she hit her first three of the year, and that was just about a week and a half ago. And her mother was like, it's about time. We want her to become that offensive threat, but she's such a great playmaker. Of course, her mother was a point guard in high school as well. Here comes the second free throw to tie it up, and it's just a bit too much, and the rebound coming down to Lewis.
But
Lewis
it is, right? Yeah.
will bring it up and hand it to Kubi. Does a great job running this offense for the Chieftains. There's Kubi again. Boy, I had a chance to watch Kubi down at courtside, and she works through some defense, misses the left-handed buddy, but they're going to kick it out. Here's an 18-footer from the left wing that scores on a beautiful bucket by Macy Hayes. Now it's a three-point lead. Paige Comstock, a little bit of trouble in the backcourt. She'll get it off to Keith, and Keith will work it up the court. Nicely done by Emma Keith, who's playing some good basketball, but her pass almost stolen. Tonjes will track it down. She works in the paint, step through, layup is blocked, but Tonjes tracks it down. Comstock with a beautiful feed inside to Keith, who misses, and the rebound down to the freshman Lewis.
Sorry, I'm helping with technical difficulties. So if you lost signal for a second there, just refresh. Hopefully it'll come back on. I anticipate some text, but it will come back on.
All right, folks. Yep, we went off air momentarily, so just refresh if you could hear us, and you'll get the screen back. As shooting the free throws now is going to be Hayes. 3:50 to go, third quarter. Blue Jays down 3. Hayes gives them a 4-point lead. As we mentioned, good crowd on hand tonight for this doubleheader between UTAN and Ashland-Greenwood. We've got the boys game coming up next. What a terrific battle they had a couple of times a year ago, and the second free throw is up and good.
Brought to you by Suzanne Sapp and Dan Valley.
Exactly. Well, I'll tell you, it's one of those things where the older I get, Kendra, I just forget everything.
Oh, I hear you.
So
I hear you.
And so here comes Comstock. She will work it up patiently against Christina Kirkman. Kirkman making her go left, but I love that about Paige using that left hand. Tonjes is trying to get loose here tonight, puts up a shot that's a little too tight to the rim, and Lewis with another board. And we got a whistle and a travel on Lewis. But already in the game, I've just had the headset on since the start of the third quarter. I've seen Lewis rip down 3 boards tonight.
Yeah, she does, and she plays extremely tough defense too. You know, she's had a lot of steals and rebounds. Definitely something she goes into the game and does well.
Here's Harms, turnaround jumper. Nice job defensively by the Chieftains. As that was Dakota, who had a little bit of ball there, I think, Kendra. Did I get it right this time?
Yeah,
okay.
you did. Good job. Good job. I'm impressed. And she's their leading scorer as to what the stats that we do have. That's what we've learned. So.
And there is Krychek working off the right side. Here's a shot just inside 3. No, they said she was behind the arc. And she knocks it home. That's Amara Dakota, the sophomore. And now UTEM put a little space between themselves and the Big Blue.
And it's the first time the score has been, you know, this far apart for quite some time. So.
And Paige Comstock is knocked to the ground. They are going to call a blocking foul on Christina Kirkman, the 5'6" senior. And that will be the 4th team foul now on the Chieftains. With 2:46 to go in the third. The first on Kirkman. And coming into the game here, Kendra, comes Jenna Grell, as well as Lauren Gertis.
Yep. So the Blue Jays really need to respond here with a basket, and so this game doesn't get out of hand. We still have a whole another quarter, but.
And they just about did what Kendra asked, but now we got a whistle, and I think they're going to call the Blue Jays over the back.
Yep, they are. So it'll be Gertis with the foul here.
Well, a 9-0 run here, Kendra. It was 25-24 Big Blue. They had taken the lead, and now UTAN on a very tough 9-0 run with 2:42 to go in the third quarter, leading 33-25.
So, yeah, that would be Gertis' 4th foul, so she'll have to take a seat for a while.
And that'll help the Blue Jays as they go to a little bit half-court pressure here. The Chieftains beat it. Lewis looked at that 3, but she gives it up top to Kubi. Kubi in the paint, left-handed drive. Boy, she can handle the ball. She's fouled. She's going to go line to shoot 2. But I am impressed with this sophomore, Haley Kubi. She really handles the ball well and attacks the rim.
And she has been doing that, you know, all night. She just plays with such confidence. And you can tell that they look to get the ball to her, but she can drive, she can shoot 3-pointers, she can do it all.
She misses that first free throw, keep it an 8-point game. Kubi holds it in her right hand and fires it up, and she knocks that one home. Now it's back to 9, and the Blue Jays on this drought that Kendra mentioned, trying to get something going. And Kendra, I got to ask you, because I didn't see most of the first half, did UTAM pressure in that first half?
They did, yes. They did full court pressure the whole first half, yes. A couple times we broke it pretty easy. It didn't cause us, they didn't really steal the ball in the backcourt. So could have maybe worn us out, if anything, but didn't really cause anything where, it turned us over or anything like that. So we beat it a couple times. So I don't feel like it caused us any, heartache, headaches, whatever you want to call it.
Right. Well, you know what? Krychek just picked up her second, but you're right about wearing down the Blue Jays. That might be part of the factor here in this 9-0 run as the Blue Jays have another turnover. Harms off her right hand and out of bounds, and maybe that has taken a little wear and tear on this Big Blue.
Yeah, Mark, when he gave stats, the Blue Jays had 10 turnovers, and I thought we were going to be, had way more turnovers, but it was 10-7, so a little closer than I thought.
And Kubi knocks home the 3, and there's a big sizable lead now for UTAN, 37-25.
Yeah, just again, the biggest lead that they've had this entire game. So, just the Blue Jays need to respond here quickly.
And now we've got a whistle as Coach Schubert wants to call that timeout to settle his troops down. Again, they are now on a 13-0 run against the Big Blue with 1:30 to go in the third quarter. And what was a Blue Jay lead now, this game is completely done a reversal. Yeah,
like you said, it was a 4-point game, coming out of half. And even the Blue Jays had the lead for a lot of the second quarter, and now a 9-point, 9-0 run. So It's amazing how quickly things can change.
It really is. And I know this was a game coming in here. If you take a look at these two teams, you know, they had similar records. Blue Jays at 5-7. I believe you said
Yes.
Yutan's 9-5.
Yep.
But one of the things that Tom Edwards told me, and I think it's a great point, is that this Yutan girls team, they are C2, and they have played pretty much all C1 squads this year.
Yep.
And that probably has really helped them as the season's gone on.
Yeah, they have, because, you know, just switching conferences. You know, they used to be in the ECNC conference with, you know, Louisville and stuff. So they used to play a lot of smaller schools, but now that they have switched into, you know, our conference, they've had to kind of probably switch their schedule a little bit so that they can have a little bit more of this competition. So I do think it's played into their favor, you know, to play a little bit higher level competition. So.
And, of course, the Blue Jays have played a pretty good schedule themselves.
Yeah.
They've played some Class B squads, but what I love about these two teams as well, Kendra, is they're both very young. I mean, you got a lot of freshmen, sophomores, and, of course, for the Big Blue, you're going to also see J.C. Fangmeyer, who I heard had a return tonight in the JV.
Yes, she did, and she looked great. You know, I texted her mom and took a picture of J.C. on the court, and I said, "This makes my heart happy," and her mom said, "Me too, but I'm nervous."
You bet. It's Tonjes with the 3-ball. Bingo! And it's back to a 9-point game in under 10 for the Ashland-Greenwood Blue Jays.
Just what the doctor ordered. That was a great play if Hubert drew that up. If that's what he did, if that was the draw-up play, it worked.
And Lewis the other way, trying to get things set up. Kubi will handle it. They go over to Krychek. Now deep in the corner and a good feed in the paint. What a nice move, but Blue Jays, Grail doing a great job. Almost got the steal. And the Blue Jay defense tighten it up here. You're right, Coach Hubert, with a great play call. Here's an inside feed and a foul on the Big Blue as they're going to call Jenna Grail, the junior, on the slap.
They're not bad down there. I mean, it's nice to have the help side defense, you know, to, you know, crash down there both times from Grell, but this time she just picked up a foul, so. Make her earn it, I guess, at the free throw line.
Well, Christina Kirkman, one of the rare seniors here for Yutan. She's at the line with her team up 9. It'll stay at 9. Hey, no, I almost called it too soon. Stays at 9. 37-28. And let's see what Kirkman can do here. You know, right now it's a little bit hot in this gym, but when we get outside, Kendra, now it's a 10-point game. It's going to be about 20 degrees colder than when we came in here tonight.
Seriously?
The cold fronts moving in with 30-mile-an-hour winds. So just in time for us to leave the game. And the Blue Jays, they're trying to get over their own cold spell. 38-28 as Pike will do a nice left baseline drive. Oh, just a little too tight to the rim. And it went out of bounds off of Yutan.
I'll need some valet parking. I need somebody to bring my car to the door.
That's why you have kids. Are they 16?
Half of them.
Teo will do that for you. Here's Comstock on the entry feed. Keith, spin move in the paint. Left-handed shot. The only way she could put it up. She'll go to the line, though, to shoot 2, as I believe it might have been Krychek on the foul.
That was a nice move by Emma Keith there. So it would be nice to cut this to 8. Just keep cutting away at this lead a little bit.
You got to tell me your thoughts on Emma Keith. I remember watching early in the year and then watching a few weeks ago. And, man, I've been impressed with her improvement. Here's the first free throw. It's up and good. But I know you've been really closely following the program.
Yeah.
Give me your thoughts on Emma Keith.
You know, Emma is just one of those players, and, you know, both of the Keith girls, but they just, again, there is no fear. These girls have been playing, you know, just in the yard and things, you know, with their parents since they were little. So they have no fear. They just give everything they got, and they continue, even in volleyball, same thing. You know, sometimes it's just getting out there, getting that experience. But once they get used to what they're doing, they just continue to get better and better.
Yeah,
so.
You know what? I love it, and I just love what Coach Hubert's doing with this squad. And I think the future is bright here as he's got a young squad that's responding to Yutan here as they've cut it to 9 with 16.8 to go in the third. Lewis, a freshman, she will bring it up 3-on-3. Beautiful bounce pass feed, and the ball is lost and out of bounds.
Nice job.
Off of Kirkman.
Yep, nice job from the Blue Jays. Exactly what they wanted to do is pick up that full court pressure and force that turnover, and they did it.
Lewis with really good vision that time, had the lead bounce pass. Kirkman just wasn't able to handle the pass and So the Blue Jays will get it with 10.4 to go here in the third. 38-29. Here's Harms in the backcourt. We're down to 7 seconds. Comstock is hustling up the course against Kirkman and almost carried it. She's going to go all the way to the rim, off the glass too hard. And we'll head into the fourth quarter. The Blue Jays fight back after up 25-24. It's a big run by Yutan. They were on a 14-0 run at one point. But the Blue Jays claw back into it, Kendra, and they trail 38-29 heading into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you know what? Not bad. It's better than where I thought we were heading there for a while. I thought maybe the game was going to get out of hand, but it didn't. I think we've got some good things going into the fourth quarter, but the Blue Jays are going to have to buckle down. So I'm going to quickly put the headset on over here. We've got Melissa Kuhl joining us, and she's going to talk to us a little bit about the speech meet this weekend.
I love it. Handle it. You bet.
And her finish. So talk to us a little bit about, I think I saw a little bit about how you finished this weekend, first place in your one event. So talk to us about your speech meet and how you finished and what that looked like for you, and talk to us about that event that you competed in or events.
Right now, I'm only...
You wouldn't guess that she was in speech. She talks so quiet. Right?
There you go.
Sorry about that. So right now I'm only in one event, which is DI, Dramatic Interpretation. I'll be double entered this weekend for poetry as well, but right now I'm just doing one event. And I don't know. I placed first out of like 10 people, so.
That is awesome. So talk to us, what is that exactly? Explain to us what that actual event is, because that name has changed since I was in speech in high school, which was actually just 5 years ago when I was in high school. But we did not have an event that was called that. So what is that event?
So dramatic interpretation is basically when you find a script. It can be some monologue or it can be an excerpt from a book, basically whatever you can find that you think will fit you. And your goal is to cut it down to 10 minutes with an intro that you write, and then you have to perform it to the best of your ability and try and really be the character. And the goal is for it to be more sad, dramatic. Sometimes you can include other characters in it as well, but it's a solo event where you want to try and get the judges or the other people, the competitors in the room, to feel your story or the story you're portraying, and just try and get emotional, I guess.
Wow, that's impressive. I would think that Tim Washburn, he's kind of dramatic, so he'd probably be very good at that event.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would think so. But
you do a great job. I can tell just the way you handled that interview.
Thank you. So what's the next speech event for the Ashland-Greenwood speech team? What's coming up?
We're going to Millard West, I believe, this Friday.
Well, best of luck to you and the Ashland-Greenwood speech team, and thanks for jumping on with us. So we appreciate that.
Thank you. Of course, no problem.
Well, I'll tell you, that is talent right there. You can hear how composed she is to just throw the mic on and handle that interview on a moment's notice. And on a moment's notice, Yutan has scored 5 points here in the fourth quarter, but Olivia Pike stops the run with the bucket. And so it's now a 12-point lead, but it was Ellie Lloyd and Haley Kubi who scored for Yutan. And back the other way come the Chieftains. They're going to try left-handed left that misses. Blue Jays, and Pike just rips it out of the hands of a Chieftain, and they'll come the other way.
Yeah, so it was not exactly how we wanted to come out of at the end of the quarter with that quick 5 minutes, but we still got time.
Paige Comstock trying to answer. She's fouled. Good left hand, though, by Paige, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And a little bit like that will help, and when it stops the clock and we have a chance to score, that will be to our advantage.
One of the things I know, Coach Schubert, I was watching a game with him earlier this year in a JV girls game, and one of the girls put up a shot left-handed, didn't make it, but he said, man, I'll tell you what, I'll take that all day long, using the left hand on that shot as Comstock hits her first free throw to make it an 11-point game. So he's working on those fundamentals with people like Paige, and she felt and looked very comfortable on that shot.
Yeah, she did. She's a good free throw shooter, and again, I think this was, she's just done a lot of that tonight, just driving to the bucket and either getting fouled or making those shots. So,
and Pike with an offensive board, can't put it back up though. And the rebound coming down to Amara Takota. Blue Jays doing their own pressure themselves, and Pike got back in time, but the loose ball will fall to the Chieftains, and an opportunistic bucket by Ellie Lloyd.
It was like Lloyd popped it into the middle of the lane to pass it to herself. She knew it was going to be dangerous.
Here's the feed to Tanja. She tries a scoop shot that doesn't fall. And the rebound coming down to Kubi. Game getting just a little bit away from the Big Blue right now, and we've got a breakdown on defense, and the shot is up and good. Great look inside by Kubi to Ellie Lloyd.
Yeah, shoot, that didn't work.
So back to 15.
Somebody lost their assignment.
Yeah, that was one where the Blue Jays got caught napping a little bit, her out of position, and Coach Hubert says, I want to settle the troops down, so he calls a timeout with 5:04 to go in the fourth and a 15-point Yutan lead. And Kendra, give me your thoughts on this one as the game has just crept away a little bit from the Big Blue.
Every time, the Blue Jays kind of maybe start to answer, the Chieftains just have a bigger answer. So even if maybe we get 2 or maybe get 1, they get 5, so it's just like they're answering even more. So it's almost scary to answer because then they answer, like you said, 5 or so. So, Hubert has some kind of game plan because, we mentioned earlier Jocelyn Sargent is playing a lot tonight as a freshman. And we don't tend to see her in the games as a varsity player until maybe the game is out of hand. But I my guess would be is because she is really quick and moves quickly, and so if she's in there on defense, not always an offensive threat, but she can drive, of course. But I think she's just so quick, so that's my guess. But I don't know. I don't know anything, Tim.
No, I liked it. It was good analysis. You give yourself some confidence. That was good stuff. And now we have a whistle, and it looks like it went against the Big Blue on that loose ball.
Are people paying me to be quiet? Or
I don't know. Thankfully, one of the Yutan fans pointed down, and there was $1, and I don't have any cash, so I know it's not mine. I figured it had to be you.
I do, but it's all in my. It's not mine.
All right, well, we got a kitty started here. As checking in is Danielle Tonjes. Leaving the basketball game will be Lauren Gertis with 5 minutes to go here in regulation and a 15-point lead for the Chieftains. And Coach Hubert says, let's put the full court press on as Lewis is able to reverse it over to Kubi. Nice job on the press break that time by the Yutan Chieftains. Crowd settling in here for the finish of this one. We'll have the boys action up next. Number 1 ranked Ashland-Greenwood taking on Yutan. Has Blue in the zone, and here's Danielle Tonjes trying to track down a loose ball. Lewis gets it.
It'll be interesting to see if they, take their time here or if they will just keep playing and keep shooting. And I have a feeling that Yutan is not going to take the air out of the ball.
No,
the coach is saying be patient, but I don't know that that means not shoot. I think he just wants, be patient, find a good shot. But I don't anticipate that they're not going to get a shot.
Well, they are definitely an aggressive team. Clay Carlton has done a great job with this squad, and they are getting better. They started out not playing very good basketball by their own admission, but since then, they have been awfully good over about the last 3 weeks. And I wonder if we lost our signal again. I wonder if it's me.
No,
there it is.
You didn't even move,
okay.
But this.
All right.
I don't know. We may have to before the boys.
I don't know if it's that
game,
or if it's that. I think we have a little bit of a short in that little hook, but we got Jordan Wallman, I'm sure, at home, and he probably is keeping an eye on this broadcast of the Blue Jays now, trying to get something going here defensively in the backcourt.
And again, you might lose us here in a little bit. Signal, but it'll come back on.
There's Emma Keith with a big swat in the block, but it's tracked down by Yutan, and then the Blue Jays commit a foul with 3:56 to go in regulation.
I think this is a sign that they want you to do pop the shot at halftime.
I bet it was some youngster who dropped their dollar bill on the way out to do that.
I think that's, I can't even cross my legs. I think that's what they want, is for you to do that. Pop the shot, what's it called?
Well, I think you're on the right track. Is it pop a shot?
Pop a shot. There you go. I need the
Yeah.
Pop a shot.
And believe me, I would be contributing if I went to do that. Here's a second free throw up by Yutan, is up and good, and it's now 48-32. So the Chieftains tough at the line here, Kendra, in this fourth quarter. As Comstock has done a great job tonight, as Lacey Joseph is working hard on it. And by the way, just got a text from Jordan Wallman. He's got the night off. He's sitting at home and watching, and he's giving us the thumbs up. So, Jordan, we're thinking about you, buddy. And, to tell you, the guy has done an incredible job. He's got his student crew here tonight. They got everything set up. They've done an amazing job. I mean, I can't give that guy enough credit for everything he's done.
He does, yeah. And, for him actually maybe getting a night off, he really doesn't have a night off because I've already called him once. I've texted him 3 times. So his maybe night off has turned into not a night off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
sorry.
He's used to that. He does so much, folks. You don't know. I mean, obviously you see what he does with, basketball and volleyball and football during the year, but he's also done Strive for some of the arts events as well, whether it be theater or music. So he's constantly on the go, and, I just can't thank him enough.
No,
he does a great job. Yeah.
We definitely have less equipment here tonight, though. So Amy Veskerna, who is a former graduate from here, she kind of runs their Strive program and stuff. So she was asking questions, and I'm like, well, I could talk to you from the broadcasting side, but I am the wrong person to ask. But I said, last week we had this whole setup that covered this whole table. I needed a booster chair to see over the top of the screens. We had some kind of mixer that looked like it was a DJ thing, like a drum pad. I said, it was everything.
Well, he's amazing, and the Blue Jays were trying to attack their Kendra, but had a turnover. And here's Lewis against pressure. She did a great job. The freshman standing in there. That's the other thing that's so impressive about this Yutan team is that they are deep. They have a lot of girls that can play. They're running them in and out. And the Blue Jays, of course, they have some good depth as well. So Lewis will skip it over. They'll work the right side now of that man-to-man defense. Coach Hubert, of course, coming out, Kendra, and making sure he got out of that zone. Got to play man-to-man now. Here's a double down on the block. They kick it back out. Lewis, the freshman, a little bit short, but she'll track down her own rebound. Good hustle.
She does that a lot.
She's a talent, and there's a lot of them out there that are. I'm telling you, this is going to be a nice series over the next 4 years, isn't it?
I agree. It's going to be a tough battle for sure.
So Yutan now being patient. Kendra alluded to it, that they would probably start taking the air out of the ball a little bit, and so Paige Constock comes out, and she fouls the senior Christina Kirkman.
And it looks like it'll be Paige's, it's Paige's first foul. That is like my ringtone. I thought that was mine. Like I usually put that on silent.
I need to get that on silent. You're right. That was a big old ring here. Kirkman at the line with her team of 48-32. 2:29 to go here in regulation. A couple of hard dribbles. She'll fire it up there, and it'll roll around. Tipped out, though, to Kirkman. She's going to put it right back up, but not able to get it to fall. Partly good, tough Blue Jay D, but now they'll take the air out of the ball again here.
Yeah, something that I definitely think, we have been out-rebounded for sure.
Here's a little scoop shot that's up and no good, but the putback by Kirkman. And that was Joseph who missed the left-handed layup, but the senior Christina Kirkman right there on the board. She puts it up and she's fouled. It's now 18 points.
Yep, and again, another rebound, came down in their hands that we didn't get. So a lot of opportunities for the Blue Jays to take over the possession, but the Chieftains tough on the board. So,
well, Coach Schubert has been very patient this year. I have a feeling, though, tonight, and credit Yutan, they played a great game. Here's the shot up, no good, but I just have a feeling tonight he might not be as patient as he's been. And here comes Comstock on a right-handed layup. Good outlet pass to the sophomore, and she knocks it home.
And rightfully so. I mean, because there are things that are definitely things we could control. Rebounding, being in the right position, being inside, boxing out, things that, we actually could do and have better control over. So.
Without a doubt, and he'll keep working on it, though. When they take a little bit of a step back, he just rolls up his sleeves and they go to work. He's got an incredibly talented coaching staff with him as well. And here's a turnover as Pike dribbled it off her right foot. With 1:40 to go, Kirkman skips it right up top. And the Blue Jays are going to have to just come out and meet him here, Suzanne. I did call you Suzanne. Kendra.
Would you not believe me the first time or what? You didn't.
I thought you heard something. But here's a foul. Oh, man, I'll tell you what. 54. I'm slipping. Imagine me at 60. You know, it's going to be really bad. Oh, man. Well, here we go to the line. And Suzanne, I know, is listening at home and watching at home. She's getting a kick out of this as well. She's talking to no one in particular home every time I say
and
Suzanne.
She's getting credit for, being here, and she's not.
That's right.
But it's all good. So Jenna Grell picks up her 5th foul. So Reagan Craven is actually checked in.
Reagan Craven, someone up in this booth knows her well as Krychek hits that free throw to make it a 17-point game with 1:20 to go.
And it's not Suzanne.
And I have heard this, and I listened to your broadcast. I haven't seen a lot of JV girls basketball, but I heard that Reagan has been doing a lot of point guard play.
Yes, she's had to because, growing up, J.C. Fangmeyer, when they played for Kristen, and so was the point guard. And Kristen always tried to get Reagan to do it too, just to, spread that out and have J.C. play off ball a little bit. But Reagan did not really want to do that. But now she has to. She sees the floor well. She's not.
Absolutely. It'll only make her better, won't it? As back the other way, Pike missed a 3 ball. Now we have a whistle and a timeout by Coach Carlton. I think he's going to get the rest of his bench into the game here with 58.2 to go and a 51-34 lead. Good learning opportunity here for the Big Blue tonight. Yeah,
it is. And it's it'll be interesting to see again. It was the whole first half. Was a very hard-fought battle. Definitely doesn't, the second half does not actually, really tell the whole story of the game. Going in at halftime, the Blue Jays were just down 4, and actually led most of the first half. So it just happened to be a little combination of both. The Chieftains got going a little bit more, and, the Blue Jays just kind of got a little more sluggish. Bit, so.
Well, and that pressure, as you mentioned, might have bothered the Big Blue. It can just wear on you when there is a full court pressure that does a great job and really, its intent oftentimes is just to wear on you and lean on you. And sometimes it's that 3rd and 4th quarter where you really feel the effects of it.
Yeah, and I know Dakota, averages 10 points for them, but, Kubi, she played extremely well tonight. She's had a lot of points. Lewis, this Lloyd, they've all contributed tonight, so it's hard to stop them. So.
And now for the Big Blue in the game here. You've got some new faces as Jada Laughlin's in. You also have Hannah Keith, who's bringing the basketball up right now. There's Reagan Craven in the corner, but Hannah Keith is going to go hard to the rim. She scores, and she's fouled. And it's now 51-34, Big Blue down, and Keith will go to the line and make that 51-36. And let's see if she can cut it down here to 14.
And you also have Maya Carson in the game and Bree Schefdorf.
There we go. There's the 5 for Ashland-Greenwood. Yutan working against full court pressure themselves, and the ball is tipped. Will it get out of bounds? No. Yes, it does. Turnover against the Chieftains. Blue Jays will get it with 45.8.
I thought it was just going to end up right underneath their basket.
Yeah, it was a big hustle play by the Big Blue there, and now here comes Schefdor. Tries to get the pass in there to Carson. We got a whistle and a tie-up. Maya, of course, she is that 5'7" senior. Comes from a great family. Had a chance to coach baseball with her dad for many years, and now going to find more quality people than Tyler Carson. Back the other way comes Keith. We're under 30 seconds to go here in this one. Reagan Craven working that right side, going hard in baseline. Gives up her dribble. She's looking for someone. Someone's got to come and help her, and she finds one of her teammates in the paint. That's Laughlin. Turnaround Jay, no good, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds off of who? They say off the Blue Jays with 15.5 to go in this one.
And again, remember to stay tuned after this as the Tim Washburn and Dan Valley will be bringing you the Blue Jay boys action.
Jordan's got the night off here. And so Dan, of course, 2-time state champion coach from Johnson Brock. He'll be joining me. We can't wait to bring that one for you. But, hey, The Blue Jays fall to 5-8 with the 51-37 loss tonight. And, you know, as you mentioned, Kendra, great first half by Ashland-Greenwood, but they just could not keep up that pace in the second half against a tough Yutan defense.
Yeah, it was. And they really, again, they out-rebounded us. You know, and they just had, you know, a lot of scorers. Dakota, and we kind of mentioned that earlier, Kubi, Lewis got involved, Lloyd. Yeah, there's a lot of players contributed to their scoring, and yeah, we just a little bit after half, just a little bit at a time, just again got away from us. You know, we might come down and get 2, but then again we talked about how then they would get 5. Then we might get 1, and then it seemed like they got 4. So yeah, the second half wasn't really the story of the whole game, but Yutan turned it on, and we didn't really have an answer. So.
Well, and credit Yutan. They played really good basketball. And, folks, it's going to be one heck of a series, as we mentioned. Both teams are very young. They've got a lot of good talent. And there's no doubt over the next few years, Yutan and Ashland-Greenwood are going to have a lot of fun playing basketball against each other, not just on the girls' side, but on the boys' side as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be, you know, like you said, everybody, it's very young teams, both teams, and it's going to be exciting. So, but, you know, stay tuned as we have Mark Adell's stats. You know, the next time the girls will be in action is, again, Friday night against Syracuse. And then they will have the conference tournament. They play on Monday against DC West. So
they did indeed. And by the way, Mark Adell, how tough is he? He took a spill earlier tonight trying to get him to do the stats.
That's why I'm like halfway listening to you, because I'm like trying to like find a different path so we don't do this again. So
well, you might tell Mark to go down the aisle and then come around and come up an aisle.
How about he just comes across the aisle?
That would
right
be great.
We'll
just do that if you don't mind.
Yeah.
And,
okay, I'm gonna tell Michael to tell him.
Yes, and so here. Well, folks, as we work on getting Mark Adell over here to do the stats, once again, the Blue Jays fall to 5-8, while Yutan goes to 10-5 with the victory tonight. And they're going to really be a handful when they get to their C2 sub-districts. Because keep in mind now, they're playing primarily a C1 schedule. And they've even played, I believe, a couple of B teams. And so this is a good team, and they will be tough to contend with as they head into districts. And, of course, conference play coming up next week, and they're going to be tough there as well. I believe they're the 2 seed on the conference side, are they not? On the girls' side?
Yutan, yes.
Yeah.
Syracuse is 1 and Yutan is 2. You're correct. Yes.
So they'll be mighty difficult as we go down the stretch here. And, of course, the Lady Jays, Ashland-Greenwood Blue Jays, girls basketball, they just continue to get better and better. So, Kendra, we got Mark coming, huh?
Yes, he's figuring out his stats, but you guys are not going to get much time to turn it over. So.
Well, I know. I'm wondering if we should just call it, and then we can pick up the stats there and mention them to start the girls' game. You good with that?
It's totally your call. Like, I'm good with whatever. Like,
Let's do that. That way I need to run to the restroom anyway and get ready for the next game. So, folks, we're going to sign off. We'll give you the stats when we come back. But once again, Blue Jays dropping a decision to Yutan. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the boys' Yutan Ashland-Greenwood game.